South Korea faces internal disputes over raid plans on President Yoon's residence. South Korea's political tensions have reached a boiling point following the controversy surrounding President Yoon Suk-yeol's residence in Hanam-dong, Seoul. On January 8, opposition lawmaker Yoon Kwon-young accused the president's compound of becoming a fortress, raising concerns about the security measures ostensibly designed to counter future arrest attempts. Images released by South Korean media reveal a string of buses parked outside the main gate of the residence, forming a physical blockade against any potential intruders. Presidential guards have also installed barbed wire and chained the iron gates, leading to debates among police officials and experts on how to approach the residence if a warrant is issued. Such preparations have sparked disagreement within the police force tasked with enforcing the arrest warrant for President Yoon. Several officers advocate for immediate action to demonstrate determination in their investigation, warning that prolonged delays could give Yoon's supporters, including the Presidential Security Service (PSS), time to devise more robust countermeasures. Lee Ji-yoon, a former senior police inspector and a prominent opposition figure, has suggested a coordinated operation involving military police and specialized task forces. According to Lee, a direct raid using armored vehicles and specialized units could dismantle the barriers and facilitate swift access. We could deploy specialized task forces alongside military police brigades to disable the barriers and neutralize the guards' communications equipment, Lee stated. It's crucial to act decisively and secure control over the premises. However, Lee's proposal has faced pushback from those advocating a more measured approach. Min Gwon-ki, former president of the National Police Union, suggested a more prolonged strategy, proposing a 4-day campaign to weaken the president's defenses systematically. Min emphasized minimizing confrontation, suggesting that smaller operations could gradually erode the resistance posed by security forces. Despite calls for a decisive operation, many officials have cautioned against actions that could lead to bloodshed or escalate tensions between state agencies. We cannot entirely dismiss the use of specialized task forces, but deploying them is not the preferred option, a senior police official stated. Minimizing casualties and avoiding large-scale confrontations must remain a priority. Observers also warn that the involvement of pro-Yoon lawmakers and supporters poses an additional challenge. Recently, over 40 lawmakers from the ruling People Power Party visited the president's residence, intensifying the complexity of any law enforcement action. Prominent experts have proposed diplomatic and procedural alternatives to avoid physical clashes. Professor Lee Yoon-ho from Dongguk University's Police Administration Department suggested that authorities focus on impeachment proceedings before executing an arrest. Impeachment remains the key, Professor Lee argued. Once approved by the Constitutional Court, the PSS's authority to resist arrests will diminish significantly. The Public Service Commission has also floated the idea of removing key leaders within the PSS, including Director Park Chung-joon, to weaken resistance efforts. However, this approach relies heavily on voluntary compliance, raising questions about its feasibility. This controversy comes amid heightened scrutiny of President Yoon's controversial declaration of martial law in December, which many critics equate to undermining democratic values. Lawmakers on both sides remain deeply divided on how to address the issue, reflecting broader tensions in South Korea's political landscape. If the government's efforts to resolve the crisis escalate into violent confrontations, it risks eroding public trust in democratic institutions. International observers are also closely monitoring the developments, with several expressing concerns about potential implications for South Korea's global reputation as a stable democracy. South Korea stands at a critical crossroads as it navigates one of its most significant political crises in recent memory. Balancing public safety, legal integrity, and the principles of democracy will require both strategic planning and political will. The world watches as South Korea decides how to proceed in the face of mounting challenges and divergent perspectives within its leadership.